Modern-day teachers are equipped with a telling knowledge of effective teaching strategies and thereafter use them to produce well-constructed teaching programs and lessons. Teachers frequently appraise all avenues of their teaching acumen to satisfy to oneself that they are meeting the learning necessities of their students. I would like to concentrate on two aspects or stages of the National Professional Standards for Teaching framework, the first being Section 3.3, Use Teaching Strategies. The second is that of Section 4.1, Support Student Participation. I will now explore two individual teaching strategies. The first strategy is that of direct instruction, and its approach is highly teacher-focused, tightly paced, linear and incremental, and it aims to maximize the amount of time actually spent on a task. According to Luke 2014, it contributes to effective teaching practice by providing the teacher with a step-by-step, lesson-by-lesson approach to instruction that follows a predetermined skill acquisition sequence. Direct instruction is best used in the following scenarios and situations: the introduction of new knowledge, building a foundation for subsequent student-centered learning. If students have a minimal prior knowledge, the concept is too complex to comprehend by discovery alone. The introduction of a wide range of ideas in a short period of time to reduce the cognitive load on students. Effective direct instruction teaching practice requires teachers should have verbal and cognitive clarity, introducing variety in instructional method, focused on specific learning needs, be goal-orientated via effective classroom management, have an engaging environment with clear class rules and defined expectations, encourage students to reflect on their success in learning. Direct instruction facilitates student learning by foster student involvement to maintain lesson interest and improve achievement. Weave student ideas into lessons by acknowledging, modifying, applying, comparing and summarizing student ideas. Provide a clear lesson structure. Question students so as to stimulate thinking and hence reveal valuable information on student learning. Use probing to get a clearer picture of student understanding. A teacher can further assist the student's comprehension in relation to direct instruction by helping students to master the new language of your lesson so that understanding of context is achieved. Describing new concepts and encourage students to take notes. Check in regularly with the students to ensure content understanding. Finally, teach students how to sift through important information and identify those that are irrelevant. The second teaching strategy is that of small group learning. It is defined as a period of time where two or more students are working together without direct instruction from the teacher. The primary reason for using small group work is that it allows more opportunities for students to learn compared to whole class teaching, either academically or socially. It should only be used though when it is beneficial for students to work collaboratively with one another. Small group work facilitates learning as it helps students be active in their learning, especially in challenging or multisensory tasks. Helps students to be less reliant on the teacher during their learning. Helps activate prior knowledge to reconstruct meaning, making lessons more meaningful. It promotes oral communication skills and language use amongst students to describe feelings and ideas about different topics. It improves students' problem as explanations are coming from other children in language that is at their level of comprehension. It allows for more complex and interesting tasks that would be too difficult for an individual. It encourages cooperation and respect amongst students. Students need to learn how to learn in a group. Some students struggle in group work situations because they have high levels of social anxiety, low sociability, low metacognitive abilities, or because they feel alienated from the group. Some school environments are purely just not set up properly for group work and the groups interfere with each other. Group work also requires more planning than an individual learning lesson, and if assessment is included, then some students might not be assessed fairly if they are struggling in a group. Small group learning provides for a sound teaching practice. Since you will have less control over the lesson, it needs to be well structured if the students are going to learn effectively. Therefore, it is imperative to plan ahead. Develop guidelines. Let the students know that they will be learning, how and what they need to produce, and how they will be assessed. They also need to know what you're expecting of them in terms of their behaviour. Make sure they know of anything they need to do to prepare. Assess students on how effectively they have learnt the material, not necessarily how much participation is evident from the group work. The goal is for the students to learn effectively. John Hattie, 2011, suggests that what works best for students is what usually works best for teachers. A regulated framework provides teachers a standardised means of self-monitoring, self-evaluation, self-assessment, and self-teaching. Hattie's 2011 research evidence supports another important message, that of what teachers actually do does actually matter, particularly for those who teach in the most deliberate and visible way. Simple words that ring true to me as a pre-service teacher. Thank you.